Hello, can you hear me? Are we live and can you hear me? Live person. Are you a live person? Am I a live person? Important question on lots of people's lips. And Tilray put in its first red candle in 11 days. Oh my goodness gracious me. That was about the last time we talked about it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show, fellow trade spotters. Today we're going to discuss, guess what? An amazing turnaround story. LivePerson, ticker LPSN. If you've never heard of this stock before, where have you been? Like somewhere else other than where trade spotting is, obviously. So not on the moon and perhaps sitting on top of some rock on the boring old Earth. This stock's been on a wild ride, and so's everybody in the Discord or what following along with the channel who's been trading this thing. It dropped as low as 44 cents. Incredible low considering where it came from. But it's now clawed its way back out of the grave up to $1. Wow, $1 spot 06 on the close. Pretty happy with that. Why is it that we would be so happy with this? Let's unpack what it means for the stock and what lies ahead. First up, NASDAQ delisting rules for those companies that become a little bit too low in price. For those unfamiliar, the NASDAQ mandates that listed companies must maintain a minimum bid price of $1 per share. If the company falls below that threshold for 30 consecutive days, it gets a deficiency notice. Then it has 180 calendar days to regain compliance by having its share price close back above $1. It needs to do that then for 10 consecutive business days at the close. LivePerson's recent surge back above $1 is clearly then a crucial step in this direction. Over this way. Come on, step over here. LivePerson. Congratulations, everybody, trading this thing. And it may well be that this is the first of those 10 days that saves it from the delisting and any associated challenges that would come with that, which are great and many. So this recovery isn't just about staying listed on the NASDAQ, right? This company, like, it's so much more important than that. It also impacts its attractiveness to investors. And at those low prices, a lot of people are a little bit put off. The fact that it's recovered so much has led to a great increase in the interest of LivePerson by serious traders. So while the average volume used to be in at around 2.65 million, yesterday we saw it up there at nearly close to 3 million. The average itself getting dragged higher. And then today's volume was 7.74 million. So twice the average that you might anticipate. Boom, there it is at 1.12 again. That's a huge move post-market. Up again, it's up again. Though, you know, what was it Winnie the Pooh said? It was like, what goes up must be a poo stick or something. Many institutional investors, especially those that track the national market system, otherwise known as the NMS, have rules against holding stocks that trade below $4. $4. While LivePerson, still a little bit shy of this mark, is climbing back above $1. That's a very positive signal for what might be coming, and it suggests that potentially more institutional interest will arrive if the trend continues. And that trend, we'll speak about it shortly. Looking forward for LivePerson. It would ideally sustain these prices and build on this really strong momentum it's got. That doesn't mean that it can't come a little bit lower and it couldn't slip below $1. And if it did, I would imagine the first line of defense would be 95 cents, where shitloads of us will be buying it. Shitloads of us. Shitloads. Adding up the knowledge I've got, it's just people acting alone in groups of one. Those people, they are far more than we're interested in at 54 cents. There's a shitload of people waiting to get into this thing now. Afraid to buy it at these prices because the momentum and the volatility is so high. But their temptation and their guidance will lead them into LivePerson at around 95 cents. I reckon it's a very, very strong level. If your price will drop below $1, I think that's a very, very strong level that a lot of people will buy it at. Very, very strong buying it there. A lot of other people saying 1. Their entry will be at 1. But if it slips, I mean, I agree. Yeah, obviously a good idea. But if it slips below that, a lot of people thinking a strong defensive line there at 1. Eh? Strong defensive line at 1. Positive signals holding that on closing prices at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be there all the time during the day, right? It can go for a walk. It can go to the shop. It can get some iced coffee, whatever. It's the closing price that matters. So if it wants to go up and touch grass, a happy days, right? We'll all love that. I'm sure we would. So maintaining this higher share price, that would solidify its NASDAQ compliance. It would attract additional people to the stock, and it would also be a signal to institutional investors. Beyond just simply the stock price, demonstrating solid financial performance and strategic growth is essential to keep that investor confidence ticking over long term. And that, while it's important, pales in comparison to the significance of the memes. Shout out to the owl in the chat box. What a man or a lady or an owl. I mean, who knows? At this stage, no one knows. It's amazing. He's amazing. She's amazing. It's amazing. You know, so you keep your confidence high. The memes, and a lot to look to in those memes that's yet it's being discovered. I mean, have you worked out the timeline yet? No, literally nobody has. That would be something that I would be obsessing over if I was you, but then I already know exactly what's happening. So yeah, beyond that then, beyond just the memes, the financial performance, the investor confidence, and the incredible level of interest that we'll see shortly on LivePerson, we've got a lot to look to with regards to the trend. Talk about where we came from and what we did today and what will happen next. So the recovery back above $1, very significant milestone. It's not just about avoiding delisting. It's a positive step towards regaining investor confidence, and that'll open the door to greater institutional investment, certainly if it maintains this momentum and pushes back towards $4. But the road ahead requires continued strong performance and strategic execution from the company. What's coming up soon? Is there an important date on the calendar for LivePerson? Yes. Well, we'll be watching closely and keeping our eyes peeled. I'll be keeping you updated on this journey every step of the way. Right. Do you want to see price action? I mean, you do. There it is behind you. Spotter. It's a 4-hour time frame, positive trend, higher highs, higher lows. This is your trend line. It's got 2 touches right at the start, and then most recently it had a touch here on the 16th of July, sir. And subsequently, it's then gone up and put in higher highs. Those higher highs have been exceeding these macro highs. So an uptrend and staggeringly strong uptrend. There could be a little bit of retracement now to test that level. Where's the wick high on that, dude? Just let me double check where the wick high, dude, is on that dude. 90. Yeah, but like there's psychological levels and there's statistical probabilities. And if it drops below $1, like 95 is very likely to get picking it all up and it not touching lower than that. And if it does, 92 is the next one. And beyond that, then you would start paying attention to those particular artifacts. But there's a strong statistical reality where price does perform particularly well at that 5 cent off level, as word to the wise. That's the benefit of my experience. Not financial advice, but bloody hell, sure. Well, we are enjoying this journey so far, aren't we? It's not financial advice. Nope, no, sorry. So that's the 4-hour time frame. RSI pushing into the overbought area, come back down, test its own moving average, hold the top side of that bullish control zone at 65. That'd be ridiculously strong. Absolutely ridiculously strong. What's perhaps going to happen is it comes back down, tests the center line on the RSI, and puts in a higher high than this spot 78, right? That 95 level, right? There it is. There's also the previous peak. So that's very, 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 very likely to catch price action. It'd also then be in line with this trend line we've got drawn on here, more or less. And it would be putting in bullish continuation divergence, which would then lead to that day closing back above $1. right? I mean, like the volume's picking up now, so I'm not sure 100% if I'd be able to do all that on my own at any given period. But over the piece, yes. Right now, talking about over the piece, holy shit, man. I have been exercising. It is tiring, I have to say the least. You know, it's tiring. I had 2 Starbucks, I had 4 cups of coffee I made, and then I had 2 of those iced coffee Starbucks thingies that have got like 2 shots each. So I don't know what that is, but it's like dangerous levels of coffee, right? Dangerous. That's a 4-hour time frame where the MACD, you've also got a positive splay there between the MACD line and the signal line, where you've also got that third push up on the momentum on the MACD that we talked about. And it may well be that after uno, dos, tres pushes up there in momentum, you see it come back and test that trend line, reset all of these potential divergences, which there aren't any because it's just so gosh darn strong. Oh my God, it's so attractive. It's beautiful. I'm falling in love with this thing. No, I'm not. I'm just talking about it from, okay, I am. Anyway, look at this thing, right? It resets, get the momentum boost from that level. You go back up to the daily time frame at that point, and it may well be that comes down to test its own moving average on the daily when it's doing those things that I just talked about, right? I just talked about them, yo. You can see here, momentum still got a little bit left to go before it reaches these historical levels where it touches on the MACD. It's 0.6 on the daily time frame, which may well be what you're looking at, right? There's nothing interesting back below this thing anymore. It's doesn't look like that's likely to happen. So very, very strong moves. 4 hour where we'd be judging those critical areas in price. 1 hour where you get an early heads up on what might be happening. Price action slightly oscillating slightly lower here than, than like the least possible bullish continuation formation at any given moment, in that it's not flagging right now. It's rolling over a little bit. And you can see there's a little gap, right? Because today's price action is so positive. The volume's so massive. It took a long while to even consider coming back here, right? A long while. It's like the first day arriving on holiday and, you don't know you need your suntan cream and you forget, like, your shorts, and you finally get them and you leave to go to the beach and you've not got your sunglasses, and then you go back for them and forget your keys. And this is just the way of it is right now. After a couple of days, right, or just even 4 hours, maybe 2 of them, you can really get used to the fact that you're going to need to take your keys, have your sunglasses, they'll probably tie them to your shorts, you'll be able to pick those pair you really liked, and you'll also really be getting your tan on. And that's why it's happening up here, right? I'm saying this as if I know. I'm Scottish, we've got no idea, and I do these shows all the time, so where am I going to get a holiday from, right? This is me speaking like in an imaginary land that might be what happens. Maybe you've been on a holiday, Bob, you could tell me, is that what it's like? So if it does come back in and fill that gap and test that previous peak on that previous oscillation, well, a lot of traders would just buy it there anyway. It's also 95 cents, that sort of level, which is where psychologically a lot of people get involved in something that looks like it's going to be maintaining back above $1 if it slips below it, and then 92 the next. As you can see, that's the body close on the previous candle oscillation high. So, right, this is all lining up as if, right, it's kind of as if, right, that the people trading this are experienced traders who've taken my course, who understand how to interact with price, and are basically pointing to exactly what's going to happen with their own actions in some sort of strangely welcoming, inviting way, so that everybody else getting involved can also make shitloads of money, and we can all talk about that fun thing we did that time. It's kind of like that's what's happening. Wouldn't you agree? I would say, yes, you do agree, because, groups of one, whatnot, haha. Well, hey, right. So that's what it looks like on the early time frame. You've also already got continuation divergence here, but that doesn't mean that, like, you could define that as being like the end of the move. You've gone through the bullish top side of the bullish control zone. You're at a very important area on the RSI on the early, but the previous low was back down here around 48.28. And if the RSI can push lower than that level, but price action doesn't, right, like maintains this previous peak here or these wick highs here, that would be extremely, extremely bullish. You'd be happy. I'd be happy. We'd all, I mean, I don't know how you would feel about it. Tell me in the chat box how you would feel about it. Like, it's very rare that anybody who buys Lishpin is underwater for more than a couple of minutes at the minute. More than a couple of seconds, actually, but especially more than a couple of hours. Even less so would we see anyone underwater for more than a couple of days. This is the way it's been recently rather than what's likely to happen. And so while we can't predict future people under the water based on previous people under the water, how does the saying go? Under the sea, under the sea, right? So, right, you could a little bob, right? A little bob, but it'd be like akin to when you try to get someone onto your boat and they're wearing a life jacket. You know, when you're in your holly bobs, maybe it's not a boat, maybe it's a banana boat, and you're pushing them into the water because there'll be that strong reaction from the life jacket under the water, and then they'll bounce up, and with that momentum, you lift them onto the banana boat. And is that you joining the banana boat tomorrow? It might be, right? Might be. Woohoo! Right, so like it could go down to the 15-minute time frame. You can see that it slipped below that important area bar, and it found a little bit of resistance when it touched off it again. At that point in time, you'd say like price action is pushing towards that bearish control zone. Has it got much further to go? Trace point has got much further to go, and well, this isn't the price. This is the power behind the price, and it works counterintuitively when you're talking about continuation divergence, Mr. Sir. So that's what we're talking about, right? And now you're probably in LivePerson, and of course you've already, for some reason, you're an early adopter of the Neuralink, and Musk has turned off your ability to think, or you're not subscribed to Nestle water, in which case you're out here parched, dying for a drink, can't get anything, right? The modernity among us has destroyed some people's brains. You know, back in the day, we're all drinking lead, and everybody knew exactly what to do. You could easily read the ticker, the ticker, read the tape, and play the stock market. And everybody who ever traded, you know, everybody, even the stupid people, they all made money. It was kind of like a rule. It was a rule. Now they don't have that rule anymore. Now, yes, it's not a rule. Now you can be stupid and you can lose money. It happens. So that is what we're looking at. These also on that topic of being stupid, right? So look, GameStop, I would say it's being stupid, but it's not being stupid. My peers and contemporaries in the investor base, they have been wildly stupid recently. Wildly stupid. Like if you added up all of the opinions, like, and weighted them based on the share count that each of them holds, quite abnormally, right? You see those people at the top with the highest number of shares acting in a really childish toddler fashion, which is extremely embarrassing. And those people with the smaller shares who are getting absolutely screwed by that behavior, trying their absolute hardest to pull things up, to carry extra weight. You know, those guys with the buckets, right? Shout out to those guys carrying the buckets, mopping the floors at night, getting those polishing machines out that they have in American movies, but you never see in real life. You know, the janitor's got one, he's pushing it along the floor, and he's going to serial murder folks later. But all you really get to see is that in a movie. No one really sees those machines in real life. Certainly I don't, because I don't get on Hollybobs to America, and they haven't got that kind of technology over here yet, despite the fact that here is Scotland, and here's where we invented everything worth its salt, apart from potentially the transistor, which then, let's face it, that is the greatest invention that's ever going to be invented by human beings, and does lead to the largest increase in the quality of life that we've ever seen. After LivePerson, oh my God, is there anything like conversational AI with billions of conversations every single day? All of that adding to the underlying value of a company. My God, there isn't, right? There isn't. Oh my goodness gracious, LivePerson. Anywho, this thing, it's giving you a touch of bullish divergence in that it's rolled over, and that low on the RSI does present serious opportunities, but it keeps then failing on all of these pushes high. Really weak, timid moves to the top side, part of this downward sloping trend on this leg of price action. That's also come back within this previous resistance level that you would have anticipated being support, right? If this was bullish continuation expected from it. It didn't happen. You got bearish double top here, right? The bearish divergence at the top side, double top on the RSI, price action putting in a higher high, and that's divergent, right? So it's bearish, it's reversal, and price action then did. But it didn't then find extreme support at the top side of the bearish control zone, where it would have found this at the support line, which a lot of people would have anticipated. And the fact that it didn't is entirely, right, due to the sentiment that currently surrounds GameStop. And that sentiment is fucking toxic as fuck. Hopefully something's done to fix it soon. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it, but I am cognizant of it. It's deafening, and I can't walk around on the internet without somebody trying to tell me it's my fault. Have you experienced this too? A lot of people who watch this show, as in probably every single fucking one of them, own GameStop. Now I'm talking to you, and I love you. Have you also experienced this? People try to tell you it's your fault. Like, I'm not even entirely aware of what the conversation is. I don't know why people say, like, I want this guy to win something, or somebody else says, I don't know why it is, but it definitely wasn't me that said it, right? I'm quite vocal about the fact that anyone who spends too much time invested in politics doesn't have that much time. And I feel bad for them, man, because like you likely, I feel bad for them, right? I don't know what it is. They hate their mom. They're just not they lonely, or get a cat, right? Just get a cat. Get a cat and stop saying stupid ass shit, man. Get a cat and stop saying stupid shit, man. Fucking, that's like an obvious solve there, right? And it would save billions of dollars, right? That cat, there's a cat out there that can save billions of dollars. Get the cat already, right? Get that cat. I think that's what you should do. I think the people who've got extremely strong political opinions that need to apply them, that somehow then make it so that buying or selling GameStop is as an endorsement of, or otherwise, for one particular candidate. Those people, I don't know who it is, who does, right? What they should do, who are they? Nobody knows. What they should do is, it's definitely not me, I don't know, so this is not an accusation because I don't know who it is, but that person, they should get a cat, right? And I know the perfect cat that they could get. I know how that person could reach out to them, how that conversation with that cat could go, and what would likely persuade that cat to spend some time there. I think it's a positive potential opportunity that could be exploited by whoever it is that cares, right? But it's not my job, right? This thing slipped below $26 again. That's really, really tough for a lot of people. But on the other hand, there's this thing up 8.94% today at close. It was up 20+% earlier. That's on the back of being up 10% yesterday, 10% before, 10% before. Like, it just keeps doing that, right? And so why a lot of people are like, oh, great, this is home, right? LivePerson is home. It's the sort of thing that goes up and up and up, and they invest. They make more and more and more. They get richer, more and more powerful, more and more able to impact the world around them and actually make a change. And that's how you make a change, right? You get rich by being smart, by taking risks, and by gaining from those risks, not by copying other people, not by averaging down all the time, and certainly not by voting, right? By voting, right? Most people in America probably won't vote in this coming election. In Britain, they had one just a couple of weeks ago, and it only just managed to take over 50%, right? Only just managed. And that was because I bothered doing it, right? I bothered. Well, I don't know why I fucking bothered. You know, I would feel better sitting here now if I was able to say I had no part in that bollocks. It's nothing to do with me. And I'd be able to say that again for the next 5 years, and I'd always feel good about myself. But unfortunately, I did engage in that stupid process. And it's important to remember, right? People will tell you, especially in America, that you ought to vote, you have to vote, and it's your responsibility or it's your civic duty. That's not how it works. The right not to vote, that's what you've also been given in your democratic process. And I, for one, if I was American, because I've looked around now, but previously I was like, maybe you go for the third option because, like, a bit of change, make a difference, at least change the curtains, right? A little bit of a redecorating, something like that. Might not be staggeringly radical or whatever, but I've had a look around now and I don't agree with any of it. It's all pish and I don't think the curtains work. What you want to be doing is expressing your own democratic feelings and rights, right? Don't let me change your mind on that front whatsoever. This certainly isn't political advice. But what you could do and what you should be cognizant of, and if anyone tells you different, tell them where to fucking go, is you're allowed to express your democratic right not to vote. You're allowed to do that. And if that level of people not voting drop below 50%, and that level of fucking apathy with regards to an absolute joke situation out there, that would become clear. And then people like, the leaders of our companies, the main people in our governments, especially those unelected individuals who sit behind the elected ones, they'd be shitting a brick about what was going on. The people would have to then start engaging with you and trying to solicit your attention and your activity and your engagement and your trust and belief. And that's what these bastards should be doing, right? You should live skeptical of these bastards. Not one of them is your friend. Every single one of them is living off your back. They get fucking shitloads of money for doing fuck all, and they cheat and lie and steal and talk shite all the time. Anywho, politics is disgusting. I can't believe we're talking about it now in July, and it's got all summer and then all, and it's, god damn it, oh my god. Anyhow, I think LivePerson is a very, very strong, welcoming home for people with a strong care about the world around them, that want to make a difference, to invest in companies that do the same, you'd be investing with and aligning yourself with very good people who actively improve the world. The activist fund who invest in this, the people who run that, from top to bottom, they're an incredible example of good people doing good things all the time. They never fucking talk about politics. Never. And when stuff happens that they don't like, they work harder, right? Like good people do, because that's what you need to do. When shit gets tough, you roll up your sleeves and you work that little bit harder, and then you're a leader, you're a winner, you get through life satisfied with your own experience. Fucking people that don't, it's like, it's so embarrassing. It's extremely embarrassing. It makes me want to puke, some people. Anyway, so that's the way it is. What else is happening out here? Tesla's recovering. There's holding 249.23, closed today up 0.29%. It's not actually moving that much there. Post market a little bit on the thing. I think it's going to $300. Oatly made it as high as 1.07, 1.09 or so. It was a good move, went through that harmonic target. At this point, I'd be a little bit cautious of this thing potentially coming back down and testing around 8.7, so I'd be careful there. It's not financial advice, but you might want to take profit. Bitcoin, it's got this important level here, giving people another bite of the cherry like they deserve it. Bloody hell. And then also Ethereum there. People will be like, is that a triple top? Is it a head and shoulders? It's not any of that. It's none of that's defined. Neither have you got an important, like, a clear horizontal there to look to, but you should have been watching Rocky Show, and then you get a great picture on price action on all these things. What's AMC doing right now? It's down today 5.9%. That's brutal, by the way. GameStop is down 7.51% today. That's like chunking into people's life savings and ripping the heart out of their motivations, which I find, personally, I find it, like I say, it's grotesque and disgusting and makes me want to puke when people do that, especially when I've invested so much of my life in the thing. It's like, it's anyway, I expect I'll get further abuse for saying these things all, but these are only opinions that every right-minded individual think themselves when they saw what was going on. And if you don't think that and you're actually super angry at me, feel free to fuck off. You know what I mean? No individual person who watches this show is anything like contributing the value that I do to every single individual person. And then if you thought that was any different, then you're a complete massive moron. It's obvious. Anywho, price action there at 1.06 on. This is an amazing stock. What's this thing? LivePerson. Oh, yeah, of course, that's what this is. Yeah, LivePerson, absolutely brilliant. Overall, you'd be looking at this coming in, touching that sort of an area potentially, and then coming down, testing this area would be a strong bounce. That would be the area you'd go to beyond here. It's an 86 retracement from the previous low. It's the oscillation high on that previous peak, and it's a psychological level where people would pick it up again when it drops below $1. So that's all fantastic. What a great show it's been. What have people been saying in the chat box? Did I miss anything? Coco, well, there's a cat. There's a cat, all right. Can I just say, Jamie, I really appreciate you. Lipson is wicked. JWH, you're 100% welcome, my friend. 100% welcome. So's everybody. GeeksD gifted 5 trade spotting memberships. Holy goodness gracious me. We got some funny tweets there. I just scrolled past trying to read what was going on. A donation. Jamie, thanks for being such a badass. Pete Risen Sizzle, I hope I haven't upset you since you put in that message. It's above my head. Oh my God, my head. My whole kingdom for my head. Pete, thank you so much. It's appreciated, my friend. And then, boom, trade spotting membership gifted, Minner. Oh, legend. Did you see the clips? There's another one. It's out right at this second. It's coming out, so I might actually jump over there in a second. Pete Risen Sizzle, thanks very much for the donation. It's appreciated, mate. That's appreciated. Eh? Well, when the price action is behaving like it is, right, that's like in America, apparently it's like normal to give people tips, especially in service industries. So it's amazing. If you're not from America, well done you, mate. Thank you very much. Stepping up to the plate like that, helping out the show, keeping things going. It's really appreciated. When you're exercising everything you possibly can and the insurance company are on your back, and you don't typically spend lots of money on yourself, somebody putting $20 into the chat box like that, it means that I do spend an extra bit on a coffee when I'm out at a shop and get that and appreciate that sort of thing. So thanks very much. Appreciate that, Pete. Good on you, mate. Thanks. And then what else? I don't see any trade spottings, but then do I see them in orange? I do, and I don't see them here, so I'm not missing any there. This chat box is busy. Holy shit. This is a busy chat box already. There's lots of memes coming out in a minute, right? In a minute, lots of memes. And one of them is incredibly important information in it. Again, right now, I don't normally say this ahead of the fact. There's a meme coming out in about 15 minutes on this channel, which is incredibly important. Pete, and then Minner. Thank you very much, my friends. Thank you. What else did we miss there? I'm going to read this chat back and watch this video and cringe at the awful things I said. Froglord, Jamie. Oh my God, Froglord, what could you mean? Vote trades button, vote early, vote often. I'm actually a cat. Vince, you'd be able to do the job. You'd be able to do the job, right? It's this cat, right? The way it would fix everything is you'd put it on your lap, you'd pat it. You know, Mark Twain said that. Mark Twain, he's another famous American. He said that no time spent with a cat is wasted, and he's fucking right. He's so right. And if someone had just, whoever it was that was tweeting all that bollocks, if they had just followed Mark Twain's advice and spent some time with a cat instead of writing that shit on the internet, we'd all be so happy, wouldn't we? Now, people might be like, oh, but you don't like Trump. I don't fucking, what are you talking about? Like, the people who say that have got no fucking idea. They just themselves lack any secure identity and then project because they're so nervous and upset. Truth is, I like him just as much as I like the other guy. When Trump comes to Scotland, right, because he comes to Scotland, right, he doesn't fucking go and visit you, right? When he comes to Scotland, he'll come to my hometown and he's perfectly welcome. When Biden comes to Ireland, he comes to my hometown and he's perfectly fucking welcome. And both of these people are friends to the places where I'm from. And yeah, sure, they might be born in America. It's the land of opportunity. But look how much you fuck up the markets. Look at the state of your politics. Look at the divisiveness between you guys. It's embarrassing, right? So don't come at me with your shite. And I absolutely love Mr. Froglord, and we love each other, and it's brilliant. Howdy doody do. Maybe they don't want liberals to benefit from the pending run-up on the stock, so cheers to Trump and the libs sell the stock. Lol. I mean, there's a lot of different theories. If he'd got a cat and spent time with a cat, then we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? So it definitely isn't my fault. I'm definitely not the genesis of it. I am the helpful chap there behind the screen who wants to, help you guys and believe in you. So if you do actually genuinely feel pissed off with me, seriously, fuck you. Dead money, no safety net, and need to multiply buying power without options because they're mental. Oh, don't stay away from them options unless you know exactly what you're doing. Stay away from them. If you are going to get into options, then I have something, just the ticket right up your street, coming your way any day now. So stay tuned to TradeSpawn. Go, Mr. Fett. Go, Mr. Fett. ETHUSDT. Voting is a responsibility. Yeah, but also not voting is a democratic right that everybody's got, and it's enshrined within all of these laws that allow you to have that democratic process. Not voting is also possible, and if the voting levels drop down, that won't make any difference to who actually goes and wins the thing in the end. So, if you don't have strong feelings and you would just be voting because your parents vote a certain way, then think about your vote properly. Is this vote going to serve my purposes? Now, I would say personally, now it's not my vote, right? But if it was GameStop was investment, that you were an activist investor trying to change the world by your investment in GameStop, then it would be not serve your purposes to be electing the right? I wouldn't serve your purposes to be voting Trump because he's going to put either Jamie Dimon, who's manipulated the price of silver since before I was born, I'm going to put him in charge, or Ken Griffin in charge, right? Now, you'll have heard of him. And those are the two candidates that will get the job at the head of the Federal Reserve. I don't think that would serve the purposes of GameStop. I mean, if you've done any DD whatsoever on GameStop, because that won't help you. But that's another reason why it's also fucking stupid. And then on the other hand, I'm not saying that the Biden or the left, now I call it right and left, I don't even know if that's fucking true. Is it true there? Anyway, I actually don't know if that's true or not. And I don't have these conversations with people, so I don't know either. I don't give a fuck, right? On the left-hand side, that's just what I'm calling it. Biden's done amazing with the economy. He's done amazing, right? He's done better than anyone has given him credit for. A shitload better than anyone expected of him. And way, way better than is being popularly discussed, right? And we talked about the industrial capacity of America increasing at a faster rate than it did in China between 2000 and 2008. That's how fast. It's the fastest growing industrial base of any country on earth at any time in history. Way faster than World War II, way faster than China. And it's because of Biden's National Infrastructure Reduction Act. Each day, 5 TradeSpotter memberships. Holy shit, I must have pissed off so many people by now. I only speak to the facts, and I couldn't give 2 flying fucks who you vote for. That's the truth. Just as long as you're not the leader of a company and talking about it and dividing the audience. So grateful for you all, brick by brick friends. Mr. Justin Pickerel, legend. How many months is that, sir? 32 months, sir. And then Minner, another membership gift. Boom. Right. L Baker, buy an extra shot on me, Jamie. Bucket bloody hell. I nearly lost. I nearly swore. That'd be the first time in 7 years. Thanks, L Baker. 25 bucks too. Very generous. Very much appreciated. Total freaking legend. Ah, God. What a lovely. You know, my heart is defrosting. It's defrosting. Jamie and Big Don are besties. JCCCPD. He knows the chat, don't you, Mr. JCCCPD? That's my dad. He's a total legend. He's also a big friend of the Don. Billionaires be looking for those tax cuts. Yeah, we gotta get them taxes down. Woo, income tax. Like, it's hard to make adjustments there when your country is so inefficient and run like a piece of shit, but because income tax is where the greatest amount of money comes from. If your country was run really well, like by, for example, somebody with my skills and knowledge, then the velocity of the money within your economy would increase to the degree that a lot more of it was being lifted out with VAT. And so it would be less at the point of you doing all the hard work and more at your point of your consumer decisions, which would then have greater ability for the government in a positive way to influence those for benefiting of the environment, which would mean that they ultimately need to collect less tax to do their own job. And they'd be able to provide for the security, the justice, and the environment all in a more efficient way while people got rich. Now, fucking hell, apparently that's impossible to do, and people can't even articulate or conceptualize that idea. But I'm sitting out here wondering, like, why don't countries just do it properly? You know, it's not like it's the new Switzerland do it, just like I just said. So that's what Switzerland do. And then they take the surplus, because it generates a massive surplus, and they put it into education. And it's incredible. And the society is really strong. The social cohesion is amazing. They've got extremely diversified politics. And at the same time, the country's incredibly beautiful, and the social services are amazing. And the quality of life is off the fucking charts. It's, it's not my idea. It's a very good idea, though. Matt Sklar, $50 super sticker. They even bloody well do stickers for $50. Oh my God. This is like a celebration now, this show. Fucking, I expected it to be a little bit of work, a little bit of an update, and then bang, into the memes. But then, bloody hell, $50 super sticker there. We're absolutely flying. This show's amazing. I absolutely love this. Thank you so much. Boom. Jumping Jaguar walk. All right, brother. How you doing? 5 memberships. Bloody hell, I thought it was a membership celebration. 5 memberships there. Holy shit. This is amazing. Over the last month, just to let you know how damaging that tweet has been, I had 200 members, more or less, right? There was gifted members, so it went up a lot. And it was really extremely exciting. I got the most views I've ever had on the channel. Everybody was feeling like the GameStop's going to go absolutely massive and explode. And I've lost 76% of all channel members in the last 2 weeks, partly and mostly because of the schism that is now created in GameStop because of that guy's tweet. Now, I'm sitting here with contextual information about the impact of whoever that guy is in his tweet has on GameStop, right? That's strongly contextual information that I can see and I know is true and it's impacted GameStop, right? Now, I'm not saying like, oh, well, everybody's decided not to watch trade spotting, but yet they still love GameStop equal amounts. I'm telling you, it's had a massive fucking impact, like nothing that's happened to GameStop and it has since. Now, it may well be that a lot of people like what's happened, and so they're buying more and more shares, and that'll be the way it'll have to be. Those people who are left will have to buy more shares so that they can compensate for the people who are leaving, selling all of theirs. So that's true that that's all happening. Not only that, but they don't even want to be associated with a channel that may go on to talk about GameStop, because then they'll think, or I'm somehow endorsing Trump. But I'm going to go on and talk about GameStop. I'm going to do it successfully, greater than anybody else does it, more consistently at that level, and still yet be copied by shitloads of people who then go off and tell the same thing to their audience and copy me and speak to more people and get more members. And they don't believe in the political bollocks that they'll be spewing over the next couple of weeks. They're just doing it because they're self-censoring, because they're afraid of online bullying, because they themselves are wimps and pussies. and chicken shit and yellow belly, and none of them will fucking face me anyway, never mind tell the truth to their audiences. So expect that to get increasingly toxic, increasingly salty, and it'll be like an Apple buyback if the price was constantly going back down again. An absolute embarrassment is what it'll be. And, you know, somebody needs to step in and get the guy a cat. Strongly need to get him a cat. Or an owl, but, you know, that's a really big ask at this stage. Gifted a membership, manner. And then Ishmael, $20. You're all absolute legends. Thank you. Legend. Ishmael, thanks so much, man. Vic Vince gifted a membership. Oh my God, you guys gifted one membership. Justin Pickerel, Mr. Pickerel, again. Mr. Fett, 5 memberships. Yo, Mr. Fett, how you doing? 5 memberships. Fucking hell. We come here with no peaceful intent, but ready for battle, determined to avenge our wrongs and set our portfolios free. And Ichiro, he's an intelligent chap, to put it lightly. 5 membership gifts from Mr. Fett. Bobby Fett, I love you, mate. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, my God, it's Pitta. Average Up Gang. Oh, have you seen that video? I should get you in there. Average Up Gang, that's us. It's good fun, isn't it? I mean, it's good. It must be. I mean, I imagine it is. I find it to be extremely good fun. You probably do too. Alex, $10 super sticker. Another gifted membership from Minner. And a gifted membership from Zap. Guys, these are total legends. I absolutely love the work you're putting in here on behalf of the channel. I was missing this live all day. Mr. Fit, I was missing you guys and I didn't even realize how much. I was a little bit worried about coming on right now because we're the community in this stock, and this is what we're, you know, the home of LivePerson at the minute, outside the fact that the company's HQ and the amazing work they're doing there, and it's like fucking Iron Man over there. Absolute legends, totally killing it every day. Shout out to those fantastic staff at LivePerson. They're incredible. They're doing seriously good work. And if you looked at the communication for, maybe you don't, right, because you would have to have like telescopic zoom on every possible person with any influence at the company, open tabs on your computer constantly, and getting notifications to your phone when there's any updates to those websites so that you can be immediately aware of everything, which I am, and so you are, so don't worry. But oh my God, if you were, you'd be looking at it and you'd be like, man, I'd love to work here. The vibe at this place is absolutely amazing, right? They talk about how amazing everyone is all the time. They talk about each other in great ways. They talk about the company in great ways. It seems like they're all skipping to work. And then when they get to work, loving their jobs and doing amazing work at the same time. And I'm amazed, right? Because I fucking hate word work. They're all amazing at it. Politics have nothing to do with the stock market. Exactly. Buying and selling can be news-based and emotion-based. Talking about politicians is relevant to talking about the markets. It's not personal. Mr. Matt Ames. That's better than I said it. I love that. I love it. Mr. JCC CPD. He's my dad and he gifted 5 memberships to you guys in the chat box. Bloody hell. I love it. Hello from South Los Angeles. Hello from South Los Angeles. Los Angeles, right? I kind of like make out like East Coastonians, West Coastonians. We're all like equally as good and whatnot. And it's all great and whatnot. And hey, let's all love peace and love. Actually, West Coastonians, right? West Coastonians win most of the time, don't they? JCC CBD, what a legend he is too. Thanks, Dad. How you doing? Eh? How you doing, Dad? Whoa, you mean Long Beach? Whoa, that sounds good. A Long Beach symbol! Boom. He's a very intelligent, rapidly progressing trader, excellent member of the Discord, and a total legend himself. Just don't tell my wife Rick and Morty video, pretty please. Ricardo Monteiro. He makes absolutely the best cheese. Waiting to see how the Trump speech tonight will swing things. Wish it didn't matter. Oh my God, is he not speaking, is he? Oh no. What is that? He's at that conference for nappy ears or something, right? No, Long Beach and LA are 2 different places. Yeah, they're 2 different places. Duh. Hard to refresh. Like up over 100. Oh my God, likes are up over 100 already. This is what you get when you're extremely controversial and divisive on the internet. You get more likes. You get more likes. That probably means I've equally pissed off shitloads of people, though. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to. Also, I don't care. Hi, everyone. Hello, Simbo, buddy. Hi, buddy. Snake peek on the options discussion. The options discussion. You're talking about that, what I've got coming for you anytime here soon. It's an options course, and it'll be created by some of the best option traders of your generation who are in our Discord, and me and Rocky, and it's going to be something to behold. I know there'll be no sneak peeks. What the hell? Hala, you can have a sneak peek on price if you want at 148 on LivePerson. Well, what did I start? I'm not a dinosaur. You started a huge row about geography. I mean, where is the south of south? Is there even a south? It's the west coast of everything. You know, we're one West Coastonians. We're one West Coastonians. I am not a dinosaur. You try to split us up into little tiny geographies. I like Jamie, I like Lisbon, I like Jamie, and I like Trump. No budging. Well, there's a man with an opinion, and his opinion is important to me. The last bit of it is not particularly important in specifically. It's the rest of it I like, and him. I like him a lot. You know, any of you can like anyone you want, and I'll still love you. Look, I absolutely fucking love Kitties Never Die. Like, I love that guy. I love him, despite the fact that he really cares about politics, which is plainly a weird, let's call it a detractor. Any new channel members who haven't joined the Discord should join right away. You're damn right. You should join the Discord right away. That's like the next step on getting the membership gift. If you don't do that, YouTube come round and they scream at you, they berate at you, they shout out all your secrets at your front door so all your neighbors can hear, and they do it late at night so that sound travels and it goes all the way up and down the street, and then it's really embarrassing. So you want to join the Discord immediately. Kids are the best. They are. They're amazing. They're amazing. There's the invite from Minner. Use that link. The link's in the description, in the chat box. So you can just click on it and it'll take you. Look, I can see over Minner's head. Minner, get out of the way already. You can see over Minner's head. And you too can be part of that Discord. Right, go and join it. Watch this stream again back with me after you've seen the memes. They're incredibly important. They're starting right now. Lots of love. Bye.